And Ibuka is healthy after a nagging hamstring that he injured 3 weeks ago. Here's a pass play across the middle. There he is. Ibuka cutting and slashing down.
And they've had some good defenses, just to give you a heads up.
Yeah. Another first down. Little play action. He's looking deep. Now comes to the right side. Ibuka is in for the touchdown. What an opening drive for Tampa Bay.
Baker Mayfield's eyes. Now he's going to throw right here, but watch Baker. He pump fakes there, resets, and fires, and they get the ball down the field. He's very accurate, but this is the game you want to see.
On first down, he's throwing and connecting with Diggs, who went over 11,000 career yards. There he is. Here's the handoff, and the first down is picked up by Jennings. Who's in control of this? Bucs offense playing in sunshine for the second time. Here's the handoff to Shepard. And we go down. A loss at Detroit and a win at New Orleans. 2nd and 10 as Tucker makes up for the drop and has the first down.
Got to protect the quarterback.
Mayfield sidearms it incomplete.
And then you go ahead and get the right coaches. He hires McDaniels with a Drake May. You're seeing it fruition.
Sideline pass caught by Diggs. Good job of pulling that one down. And he's got a first down.
Plan specific. He's doing these new things you haven't seen before. Watch out.
They toss it to Henderson. Blockers in front. Henderson has a first down. They almost broke it. And 9 or longer. Stepping up. And knocked down at the 40, short of the first.
Man to man. See him coming down with the running backs while you get the motion. Now Baker knows where to start with his eyes.
Getting flushed out of the pocket. All kinds of trouble. He's going down back at the 20-yard line. Oh, he got chased.
Cannon the play, alerting it, getting to the right play.
Final seconds of the first quarter. They fake it to Henderson. Tony, you're right. Going down the field. They got the big play. There he goes. Running down the sideline is Williams. Williams, the rookie, has the touchdown. I don't know how you felt it coming here, Tony, but you called it. Here's the big play, 72 yards to the rookie from Washington State.
Oh, you just have seen enough football, and I'm like, watch out, Tampa. Once I get a beat on you, that means Josh McDaniels gets a beat on you, and I know what you're going to be in.
Here's the 1st and 10. As the pass is caught on the sideline by Taz Johnson.
Loved it.
He's doing well in his recovery. Here's the pass play to Otten.
180.
And the fake. And the pass down the middle. He's there. Beautiful throw. And Ibuka has a big gain.
One-on-one with our matchup.
Go to the other side with a screen and produces only 4 for Otten, who's the only tight end to have caught a ball this year. 36-yard attempt right here. He's 8 for 8 this year, 50 and beyond. So the short one is good anyway. For the lead at 10-7.
You can control what you can control, and that's definitely pre-snap stuff.
Fake it to Henderson. And now throws down the middle to Diggs. Down at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 7. Here they rush 5, and they get the pass away for another first down. Caught this time by Hollins. There he is on the far side, 33-yard line. Set up a screen for Douglas. Tiptoes and gets near the sticks.
Now he's going to lift the legs. So they went silent count. So the center's looking at him.
Here's the blitz. Got the pass away. And there he goes. It's Douglas. Pop Douglas down to about the 13-yard line. 3rd-round pick by Pittsburgh in 1997. All the scores and highlights coming up. Here's a 2nd and 11. They get it to Hunter Henry, and Henry is within 1.5 yards of a first down. Here we go, shotgun time on 4th and goal to close out the first half.
Motion, throw it to him quickly.
Looking that way, throws it, end zone, Diggs, did he get the feet down? Yes, he did! Touchdown, New England!
And a toe tap. Diggs is having a game, and 1, 2, and how aggressive. Does he hold on? Gutsy decision throw, but what a catch. That's 2 players making an incredible play.
Picture perfect.
With the protection plan.
Got to him only once in that first half. Here's the throw to Hollins, and he does a little pirouette to pick up the first down gain of 11. Both these teams have been outstanding during the year on their first drives of the second half. Here's Henderson up ahead and taken off. He might not be caught inside the 20, the 10, and the rookie takes it home for the touchdown. On that defensive front, it's good to see. Tucker. Look at this run. Goes for 11, running behind Otten and others.
Blocks on the edge. Watch Hollins. He's got to dig it out. But the double team right here will be the difference. They're going to displace the movement up front. Mac Hollins digs out the safety. And goodbye. You ain't catching this home run hitter.
No way. Elliott Wolf doing a great job, the Executive Vice President of Player Personnel. Here's Mayfield from the end zone. Gets it to Otten, who tried to stretch.
Showing the world, because this is the one people wanted to see.
Mayfield down the field to, flag called. Pass interference coming, Abuka.
Defense number 0. Ball is placed to a spot of a foul. Automatic first down, Tampa.
And if New England wins this game, that'll be their challenge next week.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Sideline caught.
They get in the playoffs and they're healthy. Watch out.
1st and 10. Open. Otten holds on after the collision. Inside handoff to Johnson. Cameron Johnson has another 11 yards. Baker from the gun. New England rushing 4. Baker steps up in the pocket. Now flush. Now throws. And it's caught. It's caught on the sideline in the end zone for a touchdown. Tez Johnson.
Beats great defense. Baker Mayfield extending the play, throwing a dime on the corner. He was covered, but Tez Johnson's ability to extend the play and continue to run. He was covered, and then we call it plaster. Retraces, ran into the middle and came back out. This team does a great job of that.
They're going to go for 2. We saw this kid, a rookie from Oregon, catch his first NFL touchdown in week 6 against San Francisco, and he even stuck the landing at the end of a 92-yard drive. 2. Not a point 2. A 2.
Got to be movement with the quarterback. Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this little play. Abuka has it. Baker's running out to the outside. Abuka with a flag out is stopped short.
Their version of the Philly special did not work.
It's forced out of the pocket, able to get rid of it. What a job by May to keep the play alive. And Hollins has the first down catch.
Here's a run. Are they going to check and change out of this? Safety's coming down. They check, we check. They might have got him.
Tucker got to fight for it. Backs in to the first down yardage. He's got. Throws it to the 41, and down at the 40 is Otten.
So smart.
3rd and 9 it is.
They're going to spy him with David right in the middle.
Pass. Caught. Where do they spot it?
Oh, wow. I think he got it.
Oh, they're not going to spot him short.
This is the one-on-one. Top guy out there.
Shepard knocked down right away by Gonzalez. Going to go deep again. He's got a man open, and it's caught in stride by Hollins. Tackled at the 5-yard line. May has shown all year he's one of the great deep ball throwers in the league. It's okay, he signals to his young quarterback. 3rd and goal. May. He's got time. Now throws. And he's intercepted in the end zone by Tyke Smith. The one who hit him right on the sideline a couple of plays ago.
So we chose the right one.
Big break this time for once. Here's White. To the 31. He's got his man. It's Otten who's having a big game. First down at the 49. His Otten has a 7th catch.
Yeah,
Gedeke returning today.
Normally just sits here and helps chip.
Handoff Tucker. Nice little wiggle. Look at Tucker get into the secondary. And Tucker goes out of bounds. Mayfield's throw. Almost intercepted. What a collision that was on Otten. That was Woodson.
Got everyone up in there, and you're exactly right, Jim. That's the guy who's got to win.
Mayfield in trouble. And he can't get away. The Patriots come up with a sack. I don't know about that. There might have been a whistle. It's all for naught anyway. The Patriots defense comes up when they had to with the big stop. Defensive lineman in as a fullback.
They have not used that for play action yet. Each time he's in, they've ran it every time, and they do it again.
They toss it.
I didn't love it.
Henderson got away.
Love it.
He's got a chance to show off that speed. Henderson breaks a second one for a touchdown.
Oh my gosh. He looked over at the coaching staff to say, should I go in to score or should I not? Should I go down? I've never seen that before, Jim. You know you're fast. He gets the edge. Tunga kicks out. And then the speed. And watch him at the end. He's going to look to the sideline. And he's going to say, hey, should I go down? No, coach, should I score? Okay, I'll go score.
That is amazing.
And who knew that was going to be a home run? Baker's got a long way to go to get back in this one for a comeback.
1:31 to go. Wanted to load it up and still has to go underneath to White. And he's out to about the 48-yard line. They have 2 timeouts.
If they do, they did not do their job.
Wide open is Abeka.
If you didn't know that New England was for real, everyone, they are.
Here's a 3rd and 10 with 49 seconds. And it's a first down catch. Okay, out of timeouts from the 11. Baker stepping up and fires. End zone, caught. Touchdown, Tez Johnson.
What a throw. Incredible throws in the 4th quarter that are just off the charts. This just added to the repertoire, but this ball is roasted to the one spot it had to be. And
percentage is so low, it's frightening. Here's the kick. Way up in the air, and it's pulled down by Diggs.
Big game.
But his biggest catch doesn't go into the stat book.
Well said.
So that'll do it. This team has so many similarities when you start talking about, you know, how they did things back all the way back to the 2001 Patriots. Not going to forecast anything yet, but this is a spectacular turnaround led by that man trotting off the field with another victory.